Hello viewers, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chef T of Heartitude Kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking Efo Riro and we're going to be swallowing it with better pounded yam, pounded in the mortar the natural way. We're going to be using shake, meat, Pomo. They have all been carefully washed, thoroughly washed, and diced into smaller cuts. Now I'm going to go ahead and boil this so that we'll have very soft potato to eat our Efo Riro. I'm making use of pressure pot because shake can be very tough, so that we can get this done with in good time. As you can see, this has, it's not the regular blender that runs your pepper smooth. This one will only chop the pepper to make it, rough. Our pepper is ready. The next thing I'm going to be doing is cut the vegetable. This is called Shoko. You can actually combine your vegetable. When you are plucking your vegetable, don't forget to remove this part, this flowery part. So you chop your vegetable to side. This Shoko, it's not so strong, so you don't chop into very tiny bits. You make it a bit chunky. You can add salt when you want to wash. This will help you remove the sand. You now have clear water underneath. You can see no more sand. In Efo Riro, you can vary your vegetables. You can use one type of vegetable, you can use two, you can use three. It's quite, cooking is quite dynamic. In this instance, I'm going to be using the Shoko and spinach or green. So now I'll wash my green. I'm washing them separately. Try to remove the bunch of the vegetable first before you now use the sieve to take out the remaining part from the water. So you don't mix, you don't add sand that you are trying to wash off. Our meat should be ready now. The first thing you do when you're using the pressure pot is to switch off the heat. Take off your heat. Allow it simmer so you don't you prevent accidents in the kitchen. When you're opening your pressure pot, make sure this part goes down before you open your pressure pot. Our meat is ready now. You can see, looking so tender. Now we've taken our meat out. I'll be needing this stock as we go ahead in the preparation of this soup. So I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to be blanching this vegetable with hot water and salt. I'm just doing that. That's what I feel like doing today. You can actually go ahead and put it in your stew like this. But I like to blanch it so that it can maintain its greenings. Take it off the hot water using your sieve. And you immediately turn cold water so it doesn't go brown. It gives you a very nice texture and color. It maintains its greenness. Can see. Now I'll wash it off the cold water and get it ready. Just squeeze it a little because you don't want your Efo Riro to get too watery. The next thing I'm going to be doing is carefully wash this dry fish. You have to wash with, I wash with salt to get the sand off. Salt and sponge or sometimes brush. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using my hand to scrub the salt. Salt is actually a lifesaver. Then you rinse. Then you go ahead to break it into tiny bits. Removing the bones carefully. Some people remove the skin, but I like the skin. The next I'm going to be doing is to wash my ede. Just rinse. You can rinse with salt as well to remove any sand if there's any. You can add it to the plate of the broken fish. Like I always say in my videos, there is no hard and fast rule about the condiments you use to cook your meal. Some will use okporoko for Efo Riro, is all well and good. Some use chicken, some use any protein you feel like using. Some will even use smoked Titus. That one comes very handy and it's always very nice. But I don't like to use it in Efo Riro because it breaks into too much of tiny bits and it makes the Efo Riro look somehow sharp. So I'm going to be staying with just this. The first thing we are going to be doing in preparing our sauce for the Efo Riro is to put our pot on fire, allow it dry, then you add your oil. For the quantity we are cooking, I don't like so much oil, so the 2 of this scoop is just okay. The next ingredient, you allow the oil, you bring the oil to, you allow it get hot a little, not bleaching it, just allow it get hot normally. Then the next thing you're going to be adding is your iru. This is called Locust Beans. This has been carefully washed. Please be careful with iru. A lot of them come with stone or sand. Just wash and make it clean. So I'm going to be adding just about half of this. And kind of fry it a little. Then I add my chopped onion. Stir so it does not get burnt. Just stir fry it a little. Pepper, blended bell pepper, habanero and onion. You put as per the quantity of vegetable you are making. You don't want to have your vegetable. You don't want to have too much stew in your vegetable. But for the quantity of vegetable we are making, I think this size of pepper is okay. After pouring your pepper, it may look like the oil is not coming up. Just allow it fry a little, it will come up. And though I'm not going to be adding water, I would add the stock when the time comes. I'm going to allow this to boil for like 12 minutes. This has been boiling for about 10 minutes. The next thing I'll do is to add the crayfish, the whole crayfish, the broken dry fish, and my cow leg that I've chopped into tiny bits so that they can be absorbing the sauce. Adding them all at once. And stir it. At this point too, you can now add your stock from your meat. If you don't have stock, it doesn't matter. But I don't want to waste this because it's already sweetened. Cover and allow to boil. Next, I'm going to be adding my meat, my shaki, and the cow skin, popularly called Pomo. I'll add my crayfish. I'll add a bit of ginger, already processed ginger. Someday I'm going to put you through how to get this. Just a bit of it. Then my garlic, processed garlic. Then seasoning. Don't forget that you have seasoning in the stock, so just do a bit of it. You don't have to add salt now, that will come after your vegetable had gone in, because all of these things that we are adding, they're already salted, like the crayfish. So bring it to a boil. So this has been boiling for like 15 minutes. Look at what it looks like. If you have too much water in it, you can leave your pot open so the steam can get out. So you shouldn't have too much, it shouldn't be too watery, and it shouldn't be too thick, so that your efo can have some stew on them. So the next thing will be adding the vegetable. You can see how green it is. And you turn it very well to mix the sauce with the vegetable. This is looking very, very delicious already. I would not be adding salt because I tasted and I could feel that the salt, because of the stock that I use, is already salted. The crayfish contains salt, and some of these other condiments contain salt, so I think the salt level is just perfect. It's not so dry and it's not watery either. So after this, you just allow the vegetable to sit in for like 2 minutes, not more than that, so your vegetable does not get too soft. Don't forget that we blanched it. And that is it, viewers. All the ingredients are listed in the description box. I hope you try this at home. Don't forget to leave a comment to let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, leave a comment as well. You can visit us at Heartitude Kitchen, aka Amala Connect, at Gwarimpa, 3rd Avenue, right behind Zenith Bank, or our Lugbe outlets, FHA Lugbe, before you get to Farm It. Amala Connect to the rescue. Until next time when we see, I wish you all the best.